Imagine yourself traveling over the ocean, surrounded by towering giant waves and terrible storms that are constantly pounding against your vessel, threatening to devour everything in its path. Out here, hundreds, if not thousands, of sailors aboard U.S. Navy ships face this grim reality. Not to mention the staggering value of aircraft parked on Navy carriers, which ranges from 60 to 90 and totals more than $10 billion. This is the dangerous life on the open sea, where unpredictable hurricanes and devastating typhoons can strike without notice. How do these ships withstand such storms, sailing through strong waves while maintaining personnel and machinery? Life out here is far from the safety and tranquility of the harbor waters. However, several variables make living at sea considerably more risky for U.S. Navy soldiers, particularly when operations last for months. Weather, of course, is only one of many variables. Winds at sea can reach 60 knots, almost 70 miles per hour, and waves can soar to 300 feet, threatening even the most fearsome Navy ships. So how do these ships handle such massive forces? How do they safeguard the safety of their staff and equipment while dealing with nature's fury? Weather and sea conditions. The ocean is infamous for being unpredictable. Navy ships don't simply battle calm waters. They deal with powerful and unpredictable storms that can strike with little or no notice. Hurricanes and typhoons, for example, frequently erupt in distant sections of the ocean, making ships susceptible. These weather storms can quickly erupt, generating towering waves of up to 300 feet, strong enough to confront even the most powerful Navy ships. The true risk is not the ferocity of the storms, but their unpredictable nature. What begins as a distant disturbance on the horizon can quickly develop into a full-fledged storm, giving ships little time to react. Winds reaching 60 miles per hour or more whip up the sea, causing swells and unexpected currents that make navigation dangerous. Ships can be thrown from side to side while attempting to keep a stable path. However, the hazard is not limited to the weather. The ship's frequent movement in such harsh conditions affects every aspect of the vessel. Equipment and heavy gear inside the ship might shift dangerously, increasing the risk of injury to crew members and the possibility of equipment failure. The powerful rocking action can transform regular tasks into dangerous ones. On long missions, severe storms are not isolated incidents. Navy ships may encounter many systems during their deployment, each posing its own set of issues once the storm has passed. The residue of tumultuous waters can persist, making navigation challenging even after the skies have cleared. Crew members must remain watchful, altering the ship's direction and carefully maneuvering to avoid further disaster. Mental and physical exhaustion creeps up as seamen battle nature's unyielding powers, increasing the risks with each passing storm. The crew's ability to maintain focus and responsiveness is crucial. The unpredictability of the ocean necessitates ongoing preparation from both ship and crew, particularly in high-pressure situations where quick decisions can be the difference between survival and disaster. Beyond the sailor's ability and expertise, the ship's engineering and construction are what allow it to endure such enormous forces. Staying afloat on the open ocean is only the beginning for U.S. Navy ships in terms of engineering and ship design. Survival demands smart engineering and exact design. These vessels aren't only designed to float, they're designed to withstand the crushing power of the ocean and remain stable even under the most extreme conditions. Building is central to all of this. Ships float because they displace water proportional to their weight. While this is basic science, ensuring that a ship remains stable under the pressure of towering waves and severe winds is far more difficult. The hull, or submerged body of the ship, is designed to maximize stability on bigger boats, such as aircraft carriers. This commonly refers to an AU-shaped or V-shaped hull that can efficiently cut through the water while resisting rolling and tilting. However, even the best designed hull cannot guarantee a ship's safety in rough seas. This is where ballast systems come in. These systems are placed deep inside the ship, allow for thorough adjustments to the ship's weight distribution. Filling or emptying ballast tanks with water allows the ship to lower its center of gravity, reducing the risk of capsizing. The crew regularly changes the ballast in reaction to changing sea conditions, which helps the ship stay upright. Another important factor in ensuring stability is the cautious positioning of heavy machinery. The lowest decks house all of the ship's machinery, fuel, and armaments, concentrating the weight near the bottom. This contributes to a ship's stability by keeping its center of gravity low. Even minor weight distribution changes might make a ship more prone to toppling or losing control in big waves. Regardless of size, aircraft carriers rely heavily on careful weight placement. To ensure that flight operations run well, carriers must maintain their stability. A moving flight deck would make landing and launching airplanes extremely difficult. The carrier's huge width also helps, as the wider base resists the rolling pressures of the waves. Together, these engineering accomplishments ensure that U.S. Navy ships not only stay afloat, but also do so with steadiness and precision, allowing the crew to focus on the objective. Navy ships are built to thrive even in the most harsh marine circumstances, thanks to a mix of sophisticated hull design, ballast systems, and current stabilizing technologies. Advanced technology. While a ship's architecture plays a crucial role in keeping it afloat, modern stabilization technologies allow Navy boats to maintain their balance even in the most intense waves. These cutting-edge technologies are critical for keeping ships operational during storms and eliminating persistent rolling and pitching, which can endanger both crew safety and mission success. Fin stabilizers are one of the most significant onboard technologies. These are adjustable fins positioned on either side of the ship's hull that act similarly to an airplane's ailerons. When the ship starts to roll, owing to the momentum of the waves, the fins adjust their angle to counterbalance the movement, keeping the ship level. This continual adjustment eliminates excessive rolling and allows the ship to keep a steady course even in turbulent waters. Gyroscopic stabilizers use a different approach to stability. While fin stabilizers respond to external forces, gyroscopic stabilizers create their own stabilizing force from within. A fast-spinning flywheel encased in a vacuum serves as the system's central component. As the flywheel spins, it generates angular momentum, resulting in stabilizing torque. The gyroscopic stabilizer is computer-controlled and can respond instantaneously to changes in the ship's orientation, providing smooth, continuous stabilization even in unexpected waves. Fin and gyroscopic stabilizers are most typically used on bigger ships, although smaller Navy units such as rigid-hull inflatable boats RIBs use a different type of technology: self-righting mechanisms. Smaller boats are more likely to capsize under severe situations. However, self-righting devices are intended to automatically flip the vessel back upright if it is flipped by waves. This capability is accomplished by a combination of hull design and weighted keels, which ensure that the boat returns to an upright position. This technology is especially crucial for Navy missions that require search and rescue or special operations. Smaller boats frequently encounter dangerous conditions. Therefore, these devices, fin stabilizers, gyroscopic stabilizers, and self-righting vessels are all critical for keeping Navy ships steady. Aside from preventing capsizing or rolling, they also play an important role in combat effectiveness. Precision is essential in war scenarios, whether launching planes, firing missiles, or carrying out a rescue mission. The capacity to maintain a firm platform ensures that these difficult activities are completed successfully, even when the waters are not calm. For example, on an aircraft carrier, maintaining stability is critical for flying operations. Planes cannot safely take off or land without a stable deck. Similarly, missile systems and other weapons rely on a stable platform to ensure precise targeting in rough seas. Any delay or error caused by instability could have disastrous consequences during a mission. In addition to their effects on combat effectiveness, these stabilization devices are required for long-term deployments. Navy operations can last months, and without stabilization technology, the incessant rolling and pitching would be taxing on the crew. It is not only about bodily suffering. Prolonged exposure to these conditions might cause weariness, which increases the likelihood of accidents and errors. Stabilization systems help keep the crew healthy and performing well by decreasing the ship's movements. Looking ahead, AI-powered stabilizers are being developed to take ship stability to the next level. These technologies would employ artificial intelligence to anticipate changes in sea conditions and make proactive adjustments to the ship's stabilization systems. By evaluating data from onboard sensors, weather models, and satellites, AI stabilizers can change ballast, fin angles, and gyroscopes in advance, ensuring maximum stability even before the ship encounters rough waves. Another intriguing breakthrough is adaptive hull technology, which allows the ship's hull to alter shape in reaction to sea conditions, lowering drag and enhancing hydrodynamics in adaptive hulls. It would enhance both stability and fuel efficiency. As these technologies advance, they will improve the Navy's ability to operate in harsh settings, ensuring that ships remain stable, efficient, and mission-ready even under the most adverse situations. Before we go into how the Navy maintains these systems, be sure to subscribe for additional in-depth knowledge on naval technology and engineering, as well as maintenance and inspection. Even the most modern technology is only as effective as the maintenance it receives. Regular maintenance and inspections are required for Navy ships to operate safely and efficiently. Every device on board, from fin stabilizers to gyroscopes, must be tested, maintained, and calibrated on a regular basis to ensure proper operation under the most extreme situations. Preventative maintenance is an essential component in keeping Navy ships operable. This covers basic duties such as lubricating machinery. We are keeping an eye on the fluid levels and conducting diagnostic tests on crucial systems. Identifying possible difficulties early allows the crew to solve them before they become serious problems. For example, a slight calibration error in a gyroscopic stabilizer might result in diminished stability in rough seas. Hence, these systems must be regularly examined and modified. When equipment fails, remedial maintenance comes into play. This entails repairing damaged systems or replacing broken components. On long voyages, the crew must be prepared to make repairs at sea when resources are limited and time is important. In addition to routine maintenance, quick and effective repairs, such as recalibrating a gyroscopic system or repairing a mechanical issue, are critical to preserving the ship's safety and performance. Navy ships are dry docked for more complete repairs. Dry docking involves removing the ship from the water, allowing access to elements of the vessel that are ordinarily submerged, such as the hull, propellers, and rudder. This is a key period to inspect and repair ship parts that are constantly stressed by the water. Dry docking also provides excellent opportunities for overhaul maintenance. When systems are removed, inspected, repaired, and reassembled, every component of the ship must be in excellent operating order to resist the enormous forces encountered at sea. Overhaul maintenance ensures that the ship will operate safely and efficiently in the long run. Emergency drills are another critical component of maintenance. By practicing these scenarios, these drills train the crew for unexpected equipment failures or mishaps. The crew learns how to respond swiftly and effectively to keep minor issues from turning into severe crises. Whether it's a fire, floods, or a mechanical issue, the crew's ability to respond can be the difference between keeping the ship functioning. Weather forecasting. One of the most powerful assets in a Navy ship's armament is not a weapon but weather predictions. Predicting and navigating hazardous weather conditions is critical to the safety and success of Navy missions. The capacity to predict rough waves and intense storms enables ships to plan safer routes, avoid risk, and maximize operations. Satellites are at the heart of modern weather forecasting, continuously monitoring the Earth's atmosphere and oceans. These satellites collect information on cloud formation and wind speeds. Ocean currents and temperatures provide real-time information on weather patterns around the planet. This information is crucial in predicting the formation of storms, hurricanes, and typhoons, allowing Navy ships to prepare or change course. However, satellites are not the only source of information. The Navy also relies on weather buoys distributed around the world. These buoys measure wave heights, water temperature, and wind speeds and broadcast the information back to ships. This enables the crew to observe real-time sea conditions in their immediate surroundings, which is essential for making quick modifications during a mission. Ships have their own weather monitoring equipment, which includes anemometers for wind speed and barometers for atmospheric pressure. These instruments provide critical information about the surrounding environment, allowing the crew to make more informed navigation and safety decisions. Navy weather forecasters employ advanced models such as the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, JTWC, and Wave Watch 3 to forecast the movement of big weather storms. These models generate accurate forecasts using data from satellites, buoys, and weather stations, allowing ships to escape the most severe weather conditions. Navigation systems are similarly crucial. Modern Navy ships employ powerful GPS technology to determine the safest and most efficient routes. Avoid locations with severe winds and rough seas. These systems assist ships in optimizing their trajectory, saving fuel consumption, and lowering the risk of encountering hazardous sea conditions. Weather forecasting is not only useful for avoiding storms, it is also necessary for military operations. Understanding the precise timing of high tides, wind speeds, and storm patterns in a war situation can make the difference between success and defeat. Accurate weather predictions enable Navy planners to determine the ideal time for operations, whether they are launching aircraft, conducting amphibious landings, or carrying out rescue missions. Weather forecasting systems are vital to the safety of Navy ships and crews, as well as mission performance. The Navy can use a combination of satellite data, buoys, onboard sensors, and complex forecasting algorithms to navigate through the most uncertain conditions with accuracy and assurance. Crew training and safety practices. All the equipment in the world won't keep a Navy ship afloat if the crew isn't ready for crises. That is why crew training and safety procedures are critical components of Navy life. From basic operations to high-stress emergencies, the crew must be prepared for any scenario that may occur at sea. Damage control is an essential part of crew training. When a ship experiences floods, fire, or technical breakdown, the crew must act fast to keep the situation from deteriorating. During damage control drills, sailors practice sealing compartments, controlling pumps, and performing emergency repairs. These drills prepare the crew for real-life circumstances by helping them develop the skills and confidence required to perform under pressure. Abandoned ship drills are another important aspect of training. In the worst-case scenario, when the ship is no longer secure, the crew must be able to escape quickly and efficiently. These drills train the crew how to launch lifeboats, put on life jackets, and secure necessary survival items. Although abandoning a ship is a final option, comprehending the procedures could potentially determine the difference between life and death. Man-overboard drills are also necessary, especially on rough seas, in case a sailor slips overboard. The team must work quickly to rescue them before the situation becomes fatal. These drills allow the crew to practice communication, visual signals, and synchronized moves to retrieve the sailor as rapidly as possible. In addition to emergency drills, the crew is thoroughly trained in navigation, communication, and operational procedures. These abilities ensure that the ship stays on course, in contact with other boats, and runs well during lengthy deployments. Communication is especially important during emergencies. Sailors must be able to quickly communicate crucial information and coordinate their activities with the rest of the crew. Whether dealing with a fire, a storm, or a mechanical failure, efficient communication is critical to keeping minor issues from becoming significant calamities. Training is not a one-time event, rather. It is an ongoing process that continues throughout a sailor's career. Regular drills, refresher courses, and hands-on training keep the crew sharp and prepared to tackle any scenario that may arise at sea. Modern advancements and future upgrades. As technology advances, the Navy looks for new methods to improve the performance and safety of its ships. Modern innovations and future enhancements promise to strengthen Navy vessels. They are more efficient and equipped to tackle the challenges posed by the open ocean. One promising area of advancement is the use of lightweight composite materials in shipbuilding. Traditionally, Navy ships have been constructed of heavy steel, which gives durability but also makes them heavier and less maneuverable. Engineers can lower the ship's overall weight while keeping it strong by integrating lightweight composite materials. This lowers fuel consumption. It enhances the ship's ability to maneuver and boosts its stability during turbulent waves. Another breakthrough is AI-driven stabilizers, which employ artificial intelligence to foresee changes in sea conditions and automatically modify the ship's stabilization systems. AI stabilizers use satellite data, weather forecasts, and onboard sensors to make real-time adjustments to the ship's ballast, fin angles, and gyroscopic mechanisms. This enables the ship to remain stable even in uncertain seas. Virtual reality (VR) training is also changing the way sailors prepare for life at sea. Crew members can use VR simulations to practice responding to catastrophes such as storms, fires, and flooding in a realistic yet controlled setting. This enables sailors to gain confidence and experience in dealing with perilous situations without the risk of real-world consequences. Crews are becoming more prepared and capable as a result of virtual reality training. Adaptive hull technology is one of the most cutting-edge advances on the horizon. This idea would allow the ship's hull to alter shape depending on sea conditions. By changing its shape, the ship can lessen drag, improve fuel efficiency, and navigate through rough seas. Adaptive hull technology has the potential to transform how ships operate in the future, making them faster, more stable, and efficient in a wide range of sea conditions. Looking farther ahead, self-learning systems may play a part in the next generation of Navy ships. These devices forces would employ machine learning algorithms to identify patterns in sea conditions, ship performance, and environmental factors. Over time, the system would learn how to make the most effective changes to the ship's stabilization and navigation systems, decreasing the need for human intervention. All of these advances aim to improve Navy ships' ability to operate in the most harsh environments. As the Navy continues to invest in new technologies, the future of naval operations appears to be more resilient, efficient, and ready to handle whatever the ocean throws at them. The U.S. Navy operates in some of the world's most treacherous waters, relying on innovative technology, diligent upkeep, and intense crew training to assure their survival. Every time a Navy ship sets sail, they confront a slew of hazards, including severe storms and unpredictable waves. However, because of cutting-edge stabilization technologies, superior engineering, and the steadfast expertise of the sailors on board, these vessels can withstand the most perilous conditions in the ocean. Technology is vital to the Navy's capacity to keep control of its ships even in the toughest storms. From fin stabilizers and gyroscopic systems to self-righting vessels and AI-driven improvements, these systems collaborate to keep the ship stable, operational, and ready for any mission. However, the ship is only one component of the puzzle. The crew's passion and preparedness are equally vital. Sailors on U.S. Navy ships can respond to any emergency and navigate through the most difficult conditions thanks to continual training, safety drills, and effective communication. Finally, it is this combination of human expertise and technological innovation that enables the Navy to carry out its critical missions in any demanding setting, whether it be bad weather, perilous waters, or war conditions. Navy ships and crews are built to last. If you are a current or past sailor or have had experience battling rough waves, please share your story in the comments section below.